with the spring rains and storms, your trees may have been damaged.
Yeah, so do you trim them, cut them down? What's the homeowner to do? Well, Jesse and Laurel are back, and they are with the American Tree Experts with answers to all your tree questions. Welcome back, you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here. Well, before we get into some of the specifics, just tell people a little bit about what American Tree Experts do and what you are.
We're a full-service tree care company. We've been serving residential and commercial properties for over 60 years. We are 3 generations family-owned, including Dean Ziemienski, who will be taking the company over in a few years. We also have a fully trained staff and our certified arborists who are able to answer any questions or help you with any tree care needs.
And you're father-daughter.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I think that's great. A lot of people, you know, don't think about their trees and damage to their trees or the danger until after a storm and they see the damage. We have a lot of summer storms here. What is it that you recommend as a way to protect or prevent problems and trees from being affected during a storm?
Well, if you have large trees and you're near your house or your garage, it's good to have a certified arborist come in to do a tree hazard evaluation to see if in fact the tree is actually safe, that it won't fall on a structure or hurt somebody. And also trees are valuable, so there's ways to protect the tree from collapse and preserve the tree.
Yeah, so there are ways to repair a tree.
Yes, yes.
I think that's good for people to know because, like you said, it takes years and years to be, to grow that beautiful tree in your front yard or your backyard, and to be able, if it gets hit or something like that in a storm, to be able to repair it, I think is important and valuable to the homeowner.
Yeah, so it's not only repair, but it's to prevent the tree from collapsing. With cable support systems, for example, we can protect trees.
Are there other ways to repair trees after damage?
There is. It depends on the extent of the damage, what type of damage it is. Sometimes the tree has to be removed. Sometimes we can repair it. Every tree is different.
And how do you assess it? When you come out, what do you do?
Well, I'm looking for defects in the trees, cracks, weak trunk unions, trunk or branch unions, decay, hollows, mushrooms at the base of the tree, which would indicate decaying roots, which could cause a tree to topple over in a windstorm.
Mushrooms? I didn't know that.
Yes, yes.
Oh,
yes.
is that always the case?
Pretty much so. Yeah, especially attached to the tree, right at the root collar, right at the base of the tree.
That's interesting. I never knew that that was a way that you could tell that there was a problem. What about insurance? Does insurance ever cover any of this?
It depends on your insurance company. Most cases, unless the tree or a limb is on a structure, insured structure like a home or a garage, insurance companies normally won't cover it. And then generally they just cover to take it off of the structure. For example, now if your neighbor's tree falls on your house, you're responsible for having that tree taken off of your house. Your neighbor is not responsible.
Really?
Now, only if there was a condition where the neighbor was aware that they had a hazard and they didn't, follow through, and if there was significant decay or significant damage or an injury, well, then you might, go into courts with that.
Yeah, that would be a sticky little situation. What areas do you guys serve, Laurel, for American Tree Experts?
We serve Milwaukee, Waukesha, Washington, Ozaukee, and Racine counties.
Okay. And it's, I would think that you're always in the business of making house calls.
Yeah.
Because you can't bring your tree in like you bring your kid in to the doctor.
Exactly.
So you're always making house calls.
Pretty much.
So that's the area that you serve. In terms of having a tree assessed, and you called it a hazard evaluation, is it good for, if you have mature trees, for just about anybody to have that kind of evaluation done?
Yes, yes, I would say so, definitely. Anything, especially near structures or in areas where if a tree collapsed, it could potentially hurt somebody or cause damage. What
about people who have trees and roots that cause problems, say with septic sewer systems or to structure? Do you look and work with that too?
No, not so much. Anything to do with septic systems or sewers, in particular sewers, you're just best to have a roto, whatever it's called. Right? Every once in a while. Laurel had a problem with that at her house, and but it's hard to gauge that and to see the potential for that happening.
Well, I think it's always a good idea just to have you come out, take a look at, you know, the structures that you have on your property. And I could imagine even if you want to plant some new ones, maybe if you want to find out what trees or what areas are best in terms of that as well for each type of tree.
Yes.
So here's how you can contact the American Tree Experts so you can learn more about the trees in your yard or have them come out to look at that hazard evaluation of any trees that you do have. They're located on 2100 South Springdale Road in New Berlin, again servicing that entire Milwaukee, Waukesha area.
Washington, Racine, Ozaki.
Perfect. Here's the phone number to call. It's 262-542-0404 or visit atetreecare.com for more information. Thanks for being here, you guys. Family-owned company.
Yeah, nice to have you.
you.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
Pleasure.